Welcome back to MongoDB for Developers. This week, we're going to cover CRUD and the Mongo shell. CRUD, which stands for Create, Read, Update, Delete, is a pretty common acronym for describing the kinds of manipulations that you can perform on a database's records. In MongoDB terminology, we call create insert, we call read find, we call update update, and we call delete remove. These are analogous, respectively, to SQL operators insert, select, update, and delete. Now, one thing that it's important to know about MongoDB is that CRUD operations, and indeed all operations that manipulate data in the database, exist as methods or functions in programming language APIs. MongoDB does not have its own query language analogous to the SQL language that needs to be expressed as a string embedded inside of a program. Instead, MongoDB has a wire protocol, which is relatively simple, that incorporates an operation code and arguments to that operation, transmitted as a sequence of bytes over the network. From a programmer's perspective, you instead manipulate documents in the database using methods on objects, or functions if your language isn't object-oriented, and those methods transmit data over the network according to the wire protocol. The actual experience of programming to MongoDB's CRUD operations is relatively pleasant for most programmers, precisely because you don't have to manipulate a stringy language in the way that you have to manipulate SQL in customary databases. The meaning of this will become clearer as we go through the rest of this week. Okay, let's have a quiz. By the end of this week, you'll know which of the following: MongoDB's basic document creation, retrieval, modification, and removal operations, some features of the MongoDB shell, Mongo, how to measure performance of MongoDB operations, how to manipulate MongoDB documents from a programming language, how to analyze data in MongoDB collections.